Hi, it's hobby vlogging time again. So what am I doing today? I have just finished painting these buildings and I am trying to get set up for the next battle report I am going to film. And I have a dilemma because it's a chaos battle report and I've got this lovely chaos mat and the pattern on it is really cool. But I'm not sure it's terribly practical, because what I want to do is I want to have these corners of this building, because I want to represent the fact it's a big building with like a chaos symbol underneath, and but it's going to give me really open lines of fire across all of these objectives. What I wanted to do was have it on the very outside of the thing and have it sort of like that. Oh, and then that one in that scenario would be back there. And I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. But it would make for a terrible, 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 terrible game. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma with this map, because basically the shape of this, as cool as it is, I don't think I thought about the practicalities of using it very much. See, one thing I could do is have the big building over the circle and have this as a sort of plinth, a moist plinth. Have that as a plinth for the central building, maybe? I can maybe do that. This felt like a lot of buildings when I was building them and putting them together, but they're feeling pretty sparse. It's now feeling on the table. It's feeling pretty sparse. So yeah, this is my dilemma. I like that. I think I'm going to do that. Maybe have that as one building, or maybe not. Maybe have that as a separate building. Just have that as a partial building. That way, it'll actually make a difference who wins the table edge roll, because you'll either want to be behind it and not seen, or able to see out. Yeah. But that's the dilemma. It looks alright. And I could maybe align the thing with the doors, so it kind of looks like a sort of bloody path when I got to the centre of the battle. But with that being such a big table, I mean, shadow on this side, needs to turn the lights on, but it's currently plugged into my phone. Is there a way I can get both these doors on one of these paths? No, I don't think there is. I think I've got to choose one. Just have that in the middle and then have these other buildings maybe sort of satellited around to maybe break up lines of fire. I think maybe then the outside of this board will be quite sparse of buildings, and maybe there'll just be a knot in the middle where they're a bit tighter. I want to break up the lines of fire between these objectives, so maybe that one could go there, or there, maybe breaking that up. Obviously, some of them need to be able to have lines of fire, because it would be daft otherwise. But yeah, okay, right. Yeah, big building over the centre. I can work with that, as long as it's kind of central, and this looks like a sort of ornamental thing around it. Because what I want this to be, right, is I want this to be a bit of a sort of dead imperial city, is what I'm aiming for. So yeah, okay. I think I have a plan. Okay, so I've compromised on it wanting to be a whole city, and I've put craters in, because I thought, well, how do all of the buildings get blown up anyway? Bombs and stuff. Struggle with the amount of gravel, because I've got different colours of gravel and I don't want to mix them. What I have decided is I need a lighter, a more grey gravel for this mat going forward, so I need to do some more. I mean, look at that. That doesn't look like... That's a bit too heavy the gravel around the edge there. Yeah, not totally made up with this. I want some lighter gravel, but I've got what I've got. So this is what I'm going to use for this battery. I'm also a little concerned by the fact that I've put most of the buildings with the front facing forward. And you have to sort of come around the sides to see some of the buildings open up. And the light still isn't great. Even with the extra lights, you still can't really see this terribly well. Yeah, it's on the list of things to do. Better light, because what I've got is I've got a strip light that only covers sort of half the table and doesn't cover that end of the room either. That's why I've started doing my video intros on the front of the table. So what I really need to do is get a sparky in and get some more light up here and some light down there. Then I can put some kind of covering on the table and do my things there again. Anyway, I'm whittering now. Yeah, it'll do. It'll do. I've been careful with this scenario to try and make sure that some of these objectives are blocked off in line of sight to each other. So I don't want it to be just a shooting gallery. I did one recently that was like that. And it didn't make a great game. I mean, it was fun to play. It was fun to get absolutely whooped 7 ways from Sunday. But, yeah. Okay, right. So that's where we are. And now we've got the smoke and fire. I haven't turned them on yet. They've got little batteries underneath. They've got electronic tea lights underneath with a sort of switch on the bottom. But the battery life isn't going to last too long. I'll probably be filming for about 5 hours. So I don't want to leave them on whilst I go out and sort out all my lists. I got the lists written out, but I need to do myself a cheat sheet for doing my intros and stuff. Right then, off to go and sort my lists out. And hopefully I'll be playing within the... No, I won't be playing within the hour. Hopefully I'll be filming within the hour. Right then, so what did I do yesterday? Well, I started out yesterday morning thinking, right, I'm going to crack on with all of this terrain, because I want to have my industrial sector ready. I've ordered a battle map for it. Good morning. I've ordered a battle map at tail. I've ordered a battle map for it, and I want to be able to have sort of industrial cities, sort of pseudo hive cities. I think hive city terrain is something that's still to come. But thank you. The idea with this is I can use it as part of an industrial city, but also I've got a battle map coming, which is the interior of a spaceship. So I thought a lot of this I can do as sort of spaceship interior, I think. Thanks, Lemmy. I can do a spaceship interior. So I thought, yeah, cool. So I started on that yesterday morning and then just didn't have the mojo for it. Well, partly had the mojo for it and partly didn't. Right, let me put you in the tripod so that I can illustrate what happened. Tripod. Which Lemmy will doubt. Come on. Right, let's see if I can angle this down. Right, let's see if Lemmy can not knock this over. Right then. So, with these pipes, right, what you've got is they have to be on these stands, which elevates them above the ground, as you might expect. But if you look at these end bits, they don't have any capacity for a stand, which means you've got to glue them to... why am I leaning over when I can just put it here and lean past it? There we go. Which means you have to glue these on, which means you have to commit to left turns, right turns, T-junctions and all those things. And in all honesty, I don't want to do that. I want the flexibility to be able to have long, straight bits or bendy, windy, curvy bits. So I thought, haha, magnets. So I set off on a magnetization quest. Which one did I do? Now, I don't have a huge number of magnets in. I've got a lot of 1mm magnets that I got for doing guardsman / Gene Steel occultist heads. So I thought, right, I'll give those a go. and I got 2 in each one there, so I thought I could have this as a thank you. Right, can I put the tripod here now? She's gone to sit on her bed, and by bed I mean 8th boxed set. So dink. Well, it worked yesterday. This is the problem, right? It did actually work yesterday. Yes, you see, if it's in place, more or less, but as soon as, it falls off. So these magnets aren't big enough. So I've ordered a truckload of 2mm magnets to magnetize all of this. Because I want to do something similar, right, with these things. Because you can see from the box, they've got these little sticky uppy side things, sort of barriers. But if I want these to be interchangeable, I've got a whole stack of stuff over here that I want to use as walkways. But if I've got the end bits glued on, I'm very restricted in how I can configure them. Because really, I want a few decent-sized set pieces and then some walkway configuration, configurable walkway. And I did look at investing in some of the, I think it's foreground gaming, modular industrial stuff, and it's going to be every bit as expensive just to do that. And I already had a bunch of this stuff. So the way to go, I think, is with the 40k stuff, is with the GW stuff. I might need to get some more walkways, some more of these things. I might need to get some more of these things. What I'd hoped was that there were enough legs to make all the bits modular, but there aren't. There's only 4 legs per set, which means I'm going to have to do them, rather than each tile being able to be modular and it being super configurable, it's going to have to be much less configurable than that. And I'm going to have to do it in small chunks that I can then mix and match, which is all right. But the problem then will be these barriers, which need to get stuck on here. So I want to magnetize. I'm sorry, you can't see, can you? These barriers. And they clip on with these bits here, which are probably about 2mm thick. So I've ordered a bunch of 2mm by 1mm magnets, so I can drill out those holes and make those configurable where I put those on, because what I want to do is I want to spend a bunch of time investing in a number of terrain sets that's going to let me tell a story of various types. I want to be able to do a Space Hulk, a Hive City, an embarkation deck, an industrial zone, a Forge World, an Imperial City, the wilderness, woodlands. I want to be able to do all those things to tell all sorts of different stories, because there's loads of different worlds in the Imperium, and I want to be able to represent them. So that's the vision with all this. However, I fear that a combination of the magnets being wrong and not being able to make progress, and having just put all of this on the desk and going, go on, crack on with that then. I'm going to take off the tripod now. That my mojo disappeared, and I go, right, yeah, okay, not just now. I've got the last couple of days of holiday. Let's do something chilling, something with which I can chill, rather than embark on an epic multi-thinking thing. So I need to think about how I can figure all these, and I don't want to think at the moment. So then, right, I will build my predators for the Night Lords. And so I started doing that. Got the way through, a lot of the way through anyway. Because you may remember from previous episodes that I had to buy Space Marine Predators because there weren't any Chaos ones on Element games. So I've got all the Imperial spares, and I've got my massive box of extra bits, which I'll point the camera at when I get those out. To do these. So I got part way through them. Then I got a bit later on, I thought, no, I've not really got the mojo here as well. I think I was brain drained from Friday when I did my Emperor's Children versus World Eaters game, which will be up isn't up at the time of filming this, but will be up by the time this goes out. Yeah, because I had so many books and so much rule checking to do. Because I had the Codex Space Marines. I had the Psychic Awakening book for the Chaos Marines. I had the Demon book. I had the Psychic Awakening book for the Demons. I had the main rule book. I had the Pariah book for the Battle Zone. And what I normally do, right, is I normally have the book open on the page I need, and I place it to one side. And I have the books for one army over here and the books for one army over there, and I can get them on both on the right page and flip between them. But because I needed the same codex for both armies, I was constantly flicking through it, and yeah, that took a lot of brain power. I was actually quite pleased. I made surprisingly few mistakes, I'm sure the YouTubes will tell me all sorts of other mistakes that I did make. But in terms of the army stuff, I got a couple of the stats wrong for the Keeper of Secrets. And I missed out on using a couple of stratagems that would have been kind of handy. But all in all, I was really quite pleased with how much I remembered, considering I hadn't played the World Eaters and Corn Demons ever, and I hadn't played the Emperor's Children for about 2 years. So yeah, I was kind of pleased with that. But yeah, I think that drained my brain, because I got to about 3 o'clock and went, no, not carrying on here. Even this is too much thinking. So I went over there, and I'll point the camera at these in a bit. I started painting some orcs. I got halfway through my Death Skull mini army ages ago and abandoned it. So I thought yesterday, yeah, I'm going to play some more orcs. Of course, now all I've got in my head is orcs, and I've sat this morning trying to work out, right, what were my... Because I've obviously got a lot of bad moons. I've got some my mini group of Death Skulls. Somewhere up here, I've got my mini group of... Where is it? No. I think maybe it's at the top. I've got my mini group. There it is. You can't really see it, but I'm not going to get my chair. My mini group of... I will get out the chair. Okay. So the Death Skulls. The ones at the back are already done. I did the blue on the Looters yesterday. I'd already done the blue on the Dreadnought. I'm going to come to these later today to do some more work on them, maybe get them finished off today. This represents circa 500 points Death Skulls. Over here, I've got a little bit over 500. We've got some... what are they called? Some flash gits. They are going to be done independently now, because I did have those with the Death Skulls when I needed to make I needed 3 heavies to make a detachment for them, but I don't need to do that now, so they're going to be a separate thing. So my evil sons, I've got 6 bikes, I've got a truck with some boys and a war boss, and then down here, in various states of disassembly, I've got 2 of the speedy fasty things. Of course, I can't remember which bit go with which buggy now, so I'm going to have to dig out the rules and find those when I come to pick those. But yes, so all that's got me thinking that it's got me thinking, what has it got me thinking? It's like, right, okay, I now need to work out what my snakebite little detachment's going to be, and my blood axes, and my other one, which is obviously Goths. I need to work out what they all are. So I was laid in bed this morning going on Battle Scribe, going, right, patrol, what can I have? Right, Goths, loads of lads, loads of knobs, weird boy, done. Snake bites, what on earth am I going to put on snake bites? So I asked the deployment zone community what they thought, and they said a lot of things that I had already been thinking, which was comforting to hear. So yeah, but then I thought, no, don't just order them, be sensible, because I am crazy like that. So what I'm going to do is when I complete one of my little mini armies for the orcs, I'm going to order the next one. And then when I complete another one, I'll order the next one until I got all 6. What else came yesterday was this bag here. Oh, stuff's falling over. This bag, which has the right kind of stuffing in it for my smoke thingies. So I'm going to try and do my smoke thingies today. That's all happening in a separate smoke thingy video, but that looks like the right kind of stuffing. So I'm going to try that. I'm trying to stop everything falling over. Ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on Night Lording these. I'm still waiting for some more Night Lord heads from GW before I do my last 2 claws. And then obviously there's the night to do. Just so many projects. I really want to get into that. I really want to start painting the Death Guard. I really want to paint the Orcs. The problem is I just love everything 40k. And I get most enthusiastic for whatever it is I'm looking at the time. So I'm super enthusiastic about all of it. Yeah, I want to do my Knight for the Night Lords. I've got all my Primaris Marines and Fulminators assembled. It's then a case of getting what I need painted for the next Fulminator game. With hindsight... well, no, it was the right thing to do at the time, but with hindsight, I shouldn't have started doing a series without having all the stuff I wanted for all the games. So... the next chapter for that will come at some point when I've got everything ready for the... I think I'm going to do 2 or 3 more games on that and then put a bit of a lid on it. But I want to finish it off with basically all my Fulminators against all my Night Lords in an epic game that will take me a day to play. I may even need to deploy people. I can't... Because of my COVID situation, I haven't got many people I can actually deploy. But some of my bubble friends and family may come round and roll dice for me. Who knows? We shall see. But super looking forward to that. There is so much to build and paint for that. So that might be months away before that big finale. But I'm trying to work up to the next stage. That said, got super distracted onto Orcs. I just wanted something easy and brainless to paint. And in fact, I got to tea time. And I thought, no, do you know what? I'm going to have a movie night and a takeaway. And I sat and watched... What did I watch? Because I've got a load of new Blu-rays on the shelf. I watched The Gentleman, which was so good. I really enjoyed that. And the newest Terminator film. I think Terminator 6, I think. Which was also really good. So yeah, so that's what happened yesterday. So now I'm going to finish these bad boys, which tangenting again. And I've mentioned this previously, I don't think I need to put a lot of heads and things on these, because the idea with terror tactics, right, is where you're getting up close and scaring people up close. They don't do it just for the sake of it. So I think the tanks that are going to be in the backfield are going to have fewer things hanging off them. There's a really nice bit in one of the Night Lord trilogy books where the guy is saying that they're in an Imperial base and he captures this guy and he says, you are lucky. You are going to help me make a blood condor. No, that's right. He's holding this guy and he's about to obviously do nasty things to him. And one of his mates comes in. He says, let me introduce you to this guy. He's going to help me make a blood condor. And the other guy says to him, there's no one in this sector. There's just no one here at all. No one to scare. And he goes, all right. So he just breaks his neck and drops him on the floor. I was like, yeah, okay, that's proper Night Lording. They do it when there are people to scare, not just because they're sadists. Some of them obviously aren't sadists. You've got to think that's got to be a vocation to be doing that all the time. But, yeah, so I don't think there's going to be too much augmentation on these. I think I'll just put some spike racks on them and maybe a pointy, spiky, rammy rack thing on the front for the backfield shooting power, which should, in theory, complete everything that's currently in that book that I think is appropriate for Night Lords, i.e. non-demonic. And just regular Astartes Legion. Obviously, I could branch out into all sorts of Forge World goodies, but, not there yet. So to do that, I think I'm going to have a go at the smoke thingies with the new fluff stuff. The new... that you can't see at all because I put a box in the way. Finish the... whatever they're called, those blue orcs, then God knows what time it'll be then. I'm hoping to get a fair bit of stuff done today, but maybe that's not practical. Back at work tomorrow morning. The problem is, having had a lovely 2 weeks off, my body clock's shifted and I can't. I've tried going to sleep at like 11 o'clock for the last week and it's just not been possible, and I've been awake until 1. So I'm going to have to do that thing where I don't go to bed till quite late, fall asleep late, then get up at a normal work time tomorrow. I'm running incredibly tired for the first few days of the week. I think that's what's going to happen. Anyway, enough of my my slumberly issues. I'm going to crack on with these. Right, as promised, here are all my vehicle bits. Yeah, so I've got sort of gunners and chaos icons and smoke launchers. I'll need some of those. Lots and lots of spike racks, multivarious guns and pieces of things. Like, what's that? That's a Defiler autocannon, I think. That's also off a Defiler. All sorts of stuff there. Havoc launchers, many Havoc launchers. Combi flamers, lots of combi flamers. Bits of old come on. Bits of old Defiler, hissy ramps, little platey type things. Oh, I might use a couple of these maybe. I don't know. Chains. Yeah, so, and over here's the miscellaneous. This is mostly Imperial stuff, this actually, but it's still got a couple of bits I might need. I wondered if I'd need a few hatches, but I don't think I do. So, like, that one can close. Right. So I'm going to dig into these and see how I can adorn my new tanks. Right, impromptu unboxing. I don't have enough hands though, and Lemmy wants to be in the film. This box arrived today. Really? Right, let's try that again. Come on. I fed you, off you get. The people are watching. Right. This arrived today, and I've no real idea what it is. Well, I have got a real idea what it is. I've understood. Less talking, more opening, Paul. It's either a battle mat. It's a badly shaped battle mat. If it's a battle mat, I need to cut the box open, Lemmy. Maybe I just do a little bit at a time. Right. Or to the next bit when you move. Right, come on. Come on, off you pop. Go on. That's a good girl. Right. Now, what have we here? I don't even know if I got this the right way up. I haven't got this the right way up. This looks like the right way up. Haha. Ooh, it's well taped up. No. Yep. Oh, I've got some polystyrene. Superb. I don't think I'll need my stabby thing anymore. All right then. Oh. Are these individually wrapped? They are individually wrapped. With double bagged. Okay, can you see those? They are pre-painted bulkhead walls for inside of spaceships. Oh yes they are. Oh, and there's another one. Another wall, another bulkhead. Put them together. Slightly along the wall. Oh. How many trays are there? Two trays. And what have I got? There's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 30 pieces per tray. Oh, look what we've got here. It's a slightly longer piece of wall. Excellent. Super excited about the walls and stuff. Right then. I can't remember who I bought these from. Maybe it says on the wrapper. These are from Urban Mats in the Czech Republic. And to be fair, their website was pretty good. It had the stock levels on it. And these were in stock. I ordered it, what, Tuesday now? I think I ordered it on Wednesday. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Got to be pleased with that. Right, need to go and get all these into the garage now. I have plans for these. Oh yes. So many plans. Right then. Does the thing on the tripod move? I bought it from... And here they are on a table. This is just the mat I happen to have on. I've not done anything special. I've just got them all out, realising I've got polystyrene all over my new mat. This is a new mat. I'm not played in it yet. And laid them out. There's a lot of pieces. I think if you wanted to do a really, really detailed, room by room ship crawl, you'd probably need 3 sets. But for a mixed battlefield, what I want to be able to represent is I want to be able to do the inside of spaceships. I want to do interior walls with wide open spaces alongside them. I want to do the insides of buildings. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I think I should be able to mark off a good couple of rooms to make it feel spaceshipy. Maybe... I don't know. Definitely couldn't do a whole board of it, I don't think. It would have to be mixed in with other things. Definitely. But, yeah, I'm very pleased. I can't wait to do some ship-to-ship boarding actions. I now need proper ship mats. So that's my next task. Anyway, so I think that's going to be the end of this episode of the Hobby Vlog. If you'd like to support me, feel free to check out my channel memberships, and there's detail on there about what you get for what levels. At the moment, it's all about live streaming and hobby updates, but spoiler alert, coming soon, in the not too distant future, should be exclusive bad reps. You heard it here first. Okay, right folks, take care of yourselves, bye for now, and see you in the next one.